I live on the second floor of a building in a large West Coast city. I have lived in this apartment for 8 years, and most of my neighbors have been there 10 plus years. The street level of my building houses shops, 2 restaurants, a bakery, and a tattoo parlor. It's a pretty quiet street, and all the street level businesses close up between 9 to 10 p.m. Up until about 8-9-ish months ago, the restaurant directly below me was a sushi place since way before I moved in. They have a patio with 7 to 8 tables that juts out onto the sidewalk. I was a regular there and was super bummed when it closed. It was the owners finally retiring and moving to be closer to their grandkids, so what are you gonna do? The building was empty for about 3 months until I noticed some construction going on. Found out it was a local entrepreneur who owns several bars and restaurants in my city. No big deal, kinda stoked because his other places have the best burgers. The issue was that he wanted this to be more of a bar than a restaurant. That meant they would stay open until 2 a.m. on the weekends, 1 a.m. on the weekdays. I heard through the grapevine that the reason he picked that location is that everything closes early, and he would have the spot everyone in the area would go to when the other places closed up. My neighbors and I were not thrilled, but oh well. After operating a month or 2, it became clear this was a bar targeting the 21 to 26-year-old demographic. That's fine, do what you do. I'm 40, so I'm not an old man, and I still stay out late on occasion. But most nights I do go to bed fairly early. The issue is the bar patrons get really loud and kind of rowdy around midnight, and they talk super loudly on the patio, which is below my window. The bar has a garage-type door. They open when the weather is nice to access the patio. So once open, I can also hear the loud music being played from inside, and I can hear it faintly through my floor. Being the diplomat I am, I went to the bar during the day. One day, I knew the owner would be there to chat with him about my concerns. He basically told me I could move if I didn't like it and was really dismissive. Okay then. About 2 weeks later, around 11 p.m., I was at my limit with the drunk, screaming conversations happening outside. I figured that if the owner had no issue with noise, I would participate. If you can't beat him, join him sort of thing. I got out my fairly powerful Bluetooth speaker and set it up in my window on a small table I have there. I connected it to an old phone I had and started playing Jingle Bells, the Frank Sinatra version, of course. I do have some class on repeat. Then I left my place and went to play cards in a local casino until after the bar was closed. I got back at 2:30 a.m. and turned off the music and went to sleep. I repeated this 4 to 5 times a week for 3-ish more weeks and started noticing that the garage door to the bar was closed more often than not. The only people hanging on the patio were smokers, and they didn't stay long. As long as it stayed quiet, I didn't play Jingle Bells, but when it got loud and rowdy, the music came on and stayed on until they closed. I only did my stunt on days they had the patio door open and it would get loud, never just because. My petty revenge is obviously costing him business because they're starting to close earlier, and the patio is usually empty because they keep the garage door closed. I started to feel a little bad, but he was so dismissive of me when I wanted to chat and find a solution. I didn't really have a choice besides move or suck it up. My building is rent controlled, so moving was never an option for me. I am surprised the owner or manager haven't tried to come talk to me, but maybe they don't negotiate with musical terrorists. My dad thinks I'm being petty, and some of my friends agree. Some think it's hilarious, and some think I'm TA because I'm costing him and the workers their money. We are currently on a 10-day no-holiday spirit streak, and it's been nice like it was when the old couple had the place downstairs. So, AITA?
Title is kind of self-explanatory, found out after going through her phone. She's cheating on me for almost a year already and with multiple partners. Sucks to be me, but I have most things settled up as I'm already in touch with a couple lawyers as to get my options, as we have a prenup that covers certain assets as well as custody issues, as I also found proof of stuff that may allow me to pursue full custody of our kids. So no worries at the relationship front, as it's a sunken ship. Already I'm just keeping quiet to buy time to get the best results our divorce. The thing I need to get out of my chest is that I'm planning a petty revenge to at least get her punished, since this opportunity window is so good I'd say that karma itself is giving me a chance to get her. Our kids got the flu and allergies. They currently can't smell nothing. Also, we just sent the couch to clean, and it'll only come back tomorrow. So we will end up having to sleep at the same bed. And that's how I'm planning my revenge. I'm gonna abuse that ass for the last 36 hours. I changed my whole diet, eating over a dozen eggs, cabbage, bean stew, chili, steamed sweet potatoes, and tons of red meat, and other stuff. Foods I enjoy, but I do consume in moderation, as all of them gets me with gas issues, as they make me fart a lot. And those carry sometimes a stench that even I find mildly unbearable. My future ex, however, is quite sensitive to the smell. Even puking once after a barbecue left me with bad gas. She's currently working right now, so she has no idea on what awaits her, as I'm eating without telling her. And I can already feel my stomach twitching, so it looks like it'll be a very toxic night for a very toxic partner. Now, if you excuse me, I'll have a burrito as well, since I plan on binge eating, as much as to get the worst possible karma smell for her.
I had a boyfriend I couldn't keep more than 8 months, and I knew it wouldn't last because he constantly laughed at me, said stuff just to trigger me and bring me down, came over my house without telling me first, and got sent home. He was very confused as to why I broke up. 6 months later, I get a message from him saying he's in town. Until then, I've forgotten how bad it was and was actually curious to see him, so we went for a coffee. I was surprised how pleasant our talk was and thought maybe we can stay friends after all. Half an hour after coming home, he sends me a message and asks if we want to hang again. I declined because I had other plans. His next message was along the lines of, "Ever since I saw you today, I got blue balls and it even hurts. So I was wondering if you'd help me out." It wouldn't last long. Mind you, this guy was studying rhetoric. After my initial shock, I answered, "No, I can't help you. And if your balls hurt, consider getting castrated." Snapped a screenshot, blocked him and sent the screenshot to his mom. Not to rub it in her face and to tell her she didn't raise him properly, but because I knew she'd mention it to him and he'll feel some shame. She even laughed at my castration comment. As far as I know, he's still an annoying douchebag, but at least he moved out of town and I don't have to be reminded all too often I gave him a chance in the first place. So that's my revenge story. It's not much, but it's honest work.